ஒரே ஒரு 5 லிட்டர் இதய மந்த்ரா கடல் எண்ணெய் பேக் ஒரு மாசம் முழுசுக்கும் அத்தனை சமையல முடிச்சு விடலாம். இதய மந்த்ரா.
Thank you very much.
So we'll start with your role as Parliamentary Affairs Minister. You have been coordinating with all the parties over the impeachment of Justice Yashwant Verma. So tell me, what was the process and what was the thought behind this?
See, as per the provisions in a constitution and the convention, everything is very clear. The removal of a judge of Supreme Court or High Courts can be done by the Parliament only. So it is not a matter which is a concern to the government alone. It is a concern for all the members. So there might be some miscommunication with the people that government is bringing the motion. It is not. It would be the MPs combined. And when it comes to corruption in judiciary, we have to stand together. There can't be any partisan attitude or make it political issue. The corruption in judiciary is extremely sensitive and a serious matter because judiciary is where people get justice. If there is corruption in judiciary, it is a serious concern for everybody. That is why Justice Yashwant Verma's case for motion of removal is to be signed by all the political parties. For that, I have already coordinated. I have spoken to all the senior leaders of different political parties. I will also get in touch with some of the single MP parties because I don't want to leave out any member.
Yeah.
So it becomes, a unified stand of the Parliament of India.
Okay. You must be pleased that the Congress has finally agreed to support the motion.
Yes, I'm happy that they understood the things as it should be because no party can be seen to be standing with a corrupt judge or protecting a corrupt judge.
Yeah. Will the motion be brought immediately as when the Parliament session starts on 21st of this month?
Well, timeline I cannot give because we are collecting the signatures. So I cannot provide the timeline, but the intention is there and all are on the board.
Can you just very briefly explain the process of the impeachment motion?
See, the motion of removal of the judge is simple. It has to be signed by not less than 100 MPs for Lok Sabha and not less than 50 MPs for Rajya Sabha. Then you submit the petition for removal to the chair.
Okay.
Then the chair will inform the House about constituting an inquiry.
Okay.
As per the Judges Inquiry Act. So that 3 months period requirement will have to be fulfilled. And after that, the inquiry report will be tabled in the Parliament and then discussion in the both houses will be on the basis of the report submitted by the inquiry committee and tabled in the Parliament.
So it's not going to happen immediately. It's not...
Well,
it will take 3 months.
The procedure and the rules which are before us shows that it will take some time.
Okay. Now you said that no party should endorse or support a corrupt judge. There is also a question of propriety or impropriety among judges. And Kapil Sibal has been raising this issue of Allahabad High Court Judge Justice Shekhar Kumar Yadav, who has been accused of making some controversial remarks at a public event. Now, he's trying to draw parallels between the two judges and saying that why are you not doing anything against him?
Well, first of all, I will not take a stand on the issue of the removal motion of any judge or any proposal in hand because the Parliament session is going to begin. And we will speak in the Parliament. But I want to just make one thing very clear since you have taken the name. I also got information about Mr. Kapil Sibal's effort to protect somebody and to move against somebody like that. So what I have realized is Kapil Sibal is a senior person, but he is only driven by his personal agenda. He doesn't have a concern for anybody. I have requested him also spend some time in Parliament. He thinks that he can sermon the MPs and then go back to the court. He doesn't realize that many MPs have gone far beyond him in terms of understanding, intellectuality, in terms of knowledge. They are far superseded. He is a very average lawyer, but he has been put into such a thing by their gang that he is the person who will throw lights on everything. He can't guide the Parliament of India. Parliament of India will be guided by all the members of the Parliament. So we will not be driven by one lawyer MP's agenda. We are not here to set an agenda or drive an agenda. We are working purely in the interest of the country.
Okay, he's not here to counter you, so I will
No,
not,
I don't need counter from him. He is, why one person should be running around?
Yeah.
He has no business to guide the Parliament. Parliament is to be guided by all the members combined.
Okay. I've got a very general question. Should Parliament be the only forum to remove a judge?
That is the rule.
That is the rule. But do you think it should be the only forum, or could there be
That
another?
should be the only rule, because Supreme Court and High Court judges are extremely important people, and they can't be removed by any other platform, because Parliament is the highest elected platform. You know, people of India rule themselves through their elected representatives. The highest platform is the Parliament. That should be the right forum only.
I'm asking this because this is a corruption case and no FIR has been filed against Justice Verma.
That is because the Chief Justice of India, the then Chief Justice of India, had set up an internal inquiry, and based on that inquiry report, he had recommended it to the Prime Minister and the President.
Is there a constitutional mandate for setting up this inquiry committee?
There are many things which are not said in the Constitution, but then somebody has to take the initiative.
Sure. I have a question about the Parliament session that's going to start. The opposition has been demanding a special session to discuss Operation Sindoor. The government has refused to do that. Why is that so? And do you expect a fiery debate on the matter?
See, Indian democracy is very vibrant. And many people may say that, oh, Indian Parliament is very noisy, very messy. But I welcome it. Being a very vibrant democracy, there should be some fireworks. There should be some, heated debates and discussions. It's okay. But only thing is, it has to be done under some rules. So the opposition parties are already demanding, and verbally also they have
conveyed to you. Okay.
And we are calling all party meeting on 28th.
Okay.
11 o'clock.
Okay.
So in the all-party meeting, the leaders of different parties will make their point, and then government will listen to them, and then we will definitely put up in the Business Advisory Committee to take up the matters which are to be discussed.
So this all-party meeting is one day before the Parliament session
That
starts.
is the tradition.
Right. And even though there may not be a special session, but you will be willing to discuss in the open house.
I cannot commit on the subject matter for discussion,
Right.
but government is always open to it. But as I said, suppose if a case is sub judice, or if a case is related to a constitutional body which Parliament should not discuss, or if there are certain other issues which disqualifies any issue from being taken up, the rule will say, or the convention will show it.
Yeah.
But from our side, from the government side, we don't shy away from discussion, because that's our biggest weapon. More discussion will come out, it will bring our success, our achievements.
Yeah.
We want to have more discussions and debates. But in the past, the trend has been that the Congress party especially, they are not into the substantive debate and discussion. They are just trying to make some accusations and create headlines to draw sympathy from the people. But people of India are intelligent enough that understanding what is a political stance and what is actually substantive matter.
You have criticized Rahul Gandhi for his criticism of India's foreign policy, of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's foreign policy. And you have interacted very often with Rahul Gandhi on various issues. Do you see him as someone who's willing to take government suggestions with maturity, or how do you find him?
See, first of all, Sri Rahul Gandhi is the leader of opposition in the Lok Sabha.
Right.
So he has a constitutional position. And with position, he has certain authority as well as obligation. You have to discharge your duty from that position, which is being provided by the provisions. When India has engaged into a conflict with another country, it is generally understood that the country stands united. And moreover, whenever a country is in a crisis or in some kind of a big confrontation, the country stands united. But here, initially Rahul Gandhi said that if there is a conflict with Pakistan, we will support the government. But then, from the day one, he was questioning the government of India. He kept on questioning the government of India, and he is propagating the same line taken by the Pakistan. And he should realize his words are being used by the Pakistani MPs in their parliament and in their propaganda effort outside Pakistan. So if our leader of opposition is providing fuel to the adverse country or our enemy country, thereby causing harms to our national interest, how do we take it? So internally we may have all kind of disagreement, because that is the nature of democracy. And opposition is there to criticize or put some kind of a notice on the government, or then put suggestion also. But the issue is, within the country we can accept, but outside you are broadcasting the narrative of the other country, it is something unacceptable to us. I always have maintained this position that as a parliamentary affairs minister, it is my duty to maintain a very cordial relationship, if possible even personalized relationship, not for myself, to run the parliament smoothly. But then if you want to utilize the parliament platform for causing harm to our national image, or to echo the voice of the adverse countries, then how can we accept that? So people of the country understand it very well.
But he could also argue that he, as an opposition leader, it is his job to criticize the government and to question the government.
Yes, that is why I have made it very categorical, compartmental difference between which is internal, which is external. He is parroting about the things which are the lines taken by Pakistan during the Operation Sindoor. First, he was propping the government. When are you attacking? When are you attacking? When is government taking action against the terrorists? The moment action is taken, then he started questioning of de-escalation. Why we are getting into wider conflict. There should be some kind of a mechanism to control the conflict. Then he will say that, oh, how much aircraft we have lost. And then we have lost the war. Pakistan has won. So Pakistan is saying, despite being defeated, despite being thoroughly exposed, yet our leader of opposition is questioning our capability, our ability, and our success, and taking the line of the Pakistan by questioning the capability of our military, our laws. So intelligently, if you say, Sri Rahul Gandhi and his that ecosystem has collectively and quite effectively, they have echoed the narrative of the Pakistan. But our country is strong. Prime Minister is absolutely clear. The country as a whole is united. Even this group of opposition parties may try to damage our national image, but we have maintained it. And the global community understands that today's India is not the India of some 3-4 decades back.
You clearly have a very low opinion of Rahul Gandhi's ability to conduct
It's not my
politics.
opinion. It's not my opinion. He has displayed it. I'm just
Yeah.
reflecting it.
But how do you rate him as the LOP? You have seen other LOPs also. Compared to them, how do you rate him?
See, I wish our LOP is more matured, more understanding, more intellectual. Because we need the leader of opposition at least to match our leader. Our Prime Minister, all the senior ministers, we are very serious in the parliamentary business. But we also expect the opposition to come to the level. Then you will have a very healthy debate and discussion. If you stand up in the parliament and just start abuse the Prime Minister all the time, then it will not lead to any kind of a healthy debate.
So you're saying he's no match to Prime Minister Modi?
No match means there's no correlation at all. He's not talking about any constructive thing. He's only abusing and attacking Prime Minister. We should discuss about the issues and we should discuss about many things which are, which are required to be debated in the parliament.
Yeah.
There are many topics, many issues, but he's not interested in all those things.
Yeah. So the parliament session was supposed to end on August 12th. It has been extended beyond that. Why is that? Are there lots of legislations that you plan to bring?
We have sufficient business. Yeah.
Is that the only reason?
Obviously, the parliament is to pass and transact important bills and to discuss on the important issues.
Right. The opposition also says that the government doesn't reach out to the opposition to them
No, it's not that.
before, so that smooth functioning of the parliament will take place, no?
It's not that. See, you have your senior correspondents and other media people who are covering the parliamentary proceedings. They understand. We come out with a business and then it is passed by the Business Advisory Committee and the presiding officers run the house. We are there to cooperate. But if they want to stall the parliament and they put conditions on how to run the government, then it will not be a healthy system. The system has to be, cooperative, attitude of both the sides, both opposition and the government.
Yeah.
Our side, we have always been very open. We want proper discussions and debates. Parliament is constituting all the MPs. We are in the government. We have more members of parliament. But some of the opposition MPs are saying that they should only speak. And they want to hijack the parliament. That will not happen. No? What is democracy? Democracy is give space to everybody.
Yeah.
And in the parliament, it is very proportionate. The MPs, every MP represents certain areas, some states and some constituencies. So, if they think that opposition should occupy all the space, that will not happen.
Yeah. There was also some buzz, especially among journalists, that the government was planning a special session to debate the 50 years of emergency in parliament. But
No,
that
that is the Congress had spread this kind of rumors. There was no plan as
There was no plan at all. The rumor was that it was shelved because of opposition heat on Operation Sindoor.
Not at all. We don't work under pressure. We work under the guidance of the constitution and the rules. Opposition cannot pressurize the government to do or undo anything. We are absolutely very clear that we don't have to appease anybody.
Right.
We have to follow the rules.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah. You mentioned that Rahul Gandhi was criticizing the government and sort of giving fodder to Pakistan. And on the other hand, you had MP like Mr. Owaisi, who was part of the parliamentary delegation, and he spoke very strongly against Pakistan. Is that the kind of opposition leaders you expect?
The purpose of sending all party members delegation to different countries is to put forward India's position, because Pakistan and some of the adversaries had created a situation where false news and false stories are being doing around.
Yeah.
So India's position must be absolutely clear before the world. And the best way to do is send all party delegation because it represents all the political parties.
Yeah, my question was more specifically about Mr. Owaisi. Do you consider him as a rational, logical, sane, intellectual?
I will not single out one MP. During the all party delegation, all the members have brilliantly put forward India's position,
Right.
including Mr. Owaisi. Their parties back home may have played politics, but I must put on record all the MPs who were part of the all party delegations have exceeded my expectation. They have been extremely effective and positive.
Would you be then willing to listen to Mr. Owaisi's argument over the Waqf bill, which he says is unfair and it needlessly victimizes the minorities?
No, I don't want to criticize Owaisi for his criticism to the Waqf Amendment Bill because he said it out of compulsion.
Okay.
Because the main problem is what? I tell you. Some of these leaders, including the Congress party, have treated the Muslims as vote bank. When you start taking and making a community as a vote bank, then you become irrational. Then you put them into one bracket that good or bad doesn't matter.
Right.
They will all be rhetorical. So, those who have criticized Waqf Amendment Bill, they are only trying to keep the Muslims poor and remain as their vote bank. Our thinking is opposite to that. Ours is appeasement to none, justice to all. There are lots of Muslims within the Muslim communities. There are lots of Muslim groups, women, children, backward communities, who have not got any benefit out of the Waqf properties. So India's Waqf properties, you know very well, is the highest Waqf properties in the world.
Yeah.
More than 9,70,000 Waqf properties are there, which must be put into use for the purpose for which those properties were created.
Right.
Now, in the provisions under the Waqf Amendment Act, we are to handle through the Matawalis and the Waqf boards proper management for the welfare of the Muslim community, especially the poor. These people want that if these Muslim communities become better, prosperous, then they will be more educated, more understanding. They will not remain vote bank for anybody. So the basic purpose of Congress and some of these leaders criticizing Waqf Amendment Bill is to make Muslims as their vote bank and to keep them poor all the time. That is the purpose. Otherwise, tell me one reason why should they oppose the Waqf Amendment Bill on rational basis? They cannot.
Because they say that it violates the fundamental rights of
Not at
Muslims,
all.
and you are the minorities affairs minister. As minister, you obviously want to look after the welfare of the minorities. Are you comfortable with the rules in the Waqf bill that gives the collector the power to more power?
We are making the rules now. It's in the final stage.
Yeah.
There is no final authority to any officer.
Okay.
It is only responsibility being given to certain officers. If there are disputes between the government lands and the private, the collector has to decide. But the appeal has to be made to a
Higher authority.
officer which is higher than collector.
Okay.
Otherwise, what is the job of the collectors? Collectors are there for revenue purpose primarily.
Yes.
So if you don't trust collector, then who do you trust then?
Okay. Now, anyway, the Supreme Court has reserved its order on the bunch of petitions against the Waqf bill. Let us say the Supreme Court rules against the Waqf bill. What would you then accept it? What would be your strategy?
I will not make any preemptive statement right now with regards to the matter which is pending in the Supreme Court. But let us make ourselves one thing very clear. The job of the parliament is to make laws.
Yes.
Supreme Court can definitely interpret in a right way. We are very confident that whatever we have done is as per law and as per the provisions and spirit of the Constitution. I'm very confident that the role of the parliament will not be taken away.
Your predecessor, Mr. Mukhtar Naqvi Abbas, had once said that India is a heaven for minorities. Many Muslims did not agree with that assessment. You yourself are an ethnic minority in India. Would you agree that it is a heaven, or do you see
First
that
of all, we have to understand the perspective. India is a country where people are law-abiding, we are secular, we have a constitution. So, majority or minority, everybody is same. So, let that be clear first.
Sure.
So, whether you are minority or majority, there's no differentiation. Everybody is equal before the law. Now, having said that, I can clearly make this statement that whatever majority community gets, the minority communities also get it. But there are certain things which minorities get, but the majority community do not get.
such as?
Reservation. This is my own Ministry of Minority Affairs. All the schemes of the government of India are applicable in every part of the country for everyone. But the Ministry of Minority Affairs implement policies and schemes only for minority communities.
Right.
So you tell me, the minority community is not bereft of any possibility of getting the benefits from anywhere. The same.
Apart,
So that point one has to understand that Minority Affairs Ministry has made a very clear calculation that we have provided enough support system as gap funding to all the 6 notified minority communities in India. That is on economic side and social side. Now on the political side, I have not come across a single case where a minority member in India is willing to migrate out of India because of being deprived of anything in India. But if you see the history in brief, there was some problem in Tibet due to Chinese occupation. The Tibetans came to India. There were some democratic movements, some problems in Myanmar. The democratic activists, they came to India. There were some problems in Sri Lanka. The Sri Lankan Tamils all came to India. There were the persecution against the minorities in Bangladesh, they all came to India. From Pakistan, from Afghanistan. Ultimately, they all desire to take shelter in India because they have confidence in the law, Constitution of India and people of India. That is why they come here. And despite such a tremendous record of keeping everybody safe in India, I'm not talking about individual incidents and Congress time, thousands of riots used to happen. These were cases which happened. But I'm talking about the general case that minorities are safest in India, and despite that, the last 11 years, if you see, there's a constant campaign that the minorities are not safe in India. How is it helping India? Now, the brief history which I have narrated, despite that, this left ecosystem backed by the Congress party are relentlessly campaigning that minorities are being tortured, are being butchered, are being lynched, killed, and minorities are not safe. What is India as a country gaining it? I belong to a minority community. I must openly make this admission that the majority Hindus, which are around 78 to 79% as per the old census, but if you see the new census, later on when it comes out, it may be reduced, but I don't know right now. But because of the Hindu majority, we all the minorities are enjoying the absolute freedom and protection in this country. Imagine if I was part of Pakistan. Imagine if we were made part of Bangladesh during the partition, we would have been refugee today. Today, every tribal community, every minority community is safe and secure in his own homeland because the majority Hindu communities are secular by character and tolerant by nature. That is why India is a preferred place for every minority communities, the 6 notified minority communities. This must be appreciated. If you don't appreciate the reality, then you are doing the greatest disservice to the country.
I take your point about minorities feeling safe. Maybe you're referring to the Buddhists and the Christians. Do the Muslims also feel as safe in India, you think?
I told you again, it is for every minority. In fact, I saw some of the Hindus are saying that, they are threatened by the some of the Muslim majority pockets within the country.
Yeah.
Maybe individual incidents, maybe some Hindus are saying that, there are Muslim majorities, so we feel threatened. But I feel that nobody should feel threatened. If anybody is threatening the other community, then the state government must take action.
Yeah.
But to be precise, everybody is equal and everybody is safe in India. Anybody who is saying that they are unsafe in India, then they are doing greatest disservice to India as a nation.
Yeah. I have a question about Hajj. India's Hajj quota was reduced this year because...
Quota was not reduced. Quota was not reduced. The cancellation of 40,200 was because the tour operators did not pay on time.
Yeah.
So it's not a reduction of quota.
But we could not send as many Hajj pilgrims as we have been
That
in
is,
the past.
the private tour operators could not send it.
Okay.
But Hajj Committee of India sent it 100%.
So what steps are you taking to make sure that it doesn't happen next year?
I have already announced the new Hajj policy.
Okay.
And this is the fastest Hajj policy a government has announced.
Okay.
And then I have already passed the direction that 31st August, this 31st July is the last date. All the intending Hajj pilgrims should apply online.
Okay.
And then I have already directed my ministry officials and the tour operators that they have to pay much before the last date, the closing date.
Okay.
Otherwise, it will happen as last time we have seen it.
Yeah. Is there any move to get the quota increased?
That when I go to Saudi Arabia for signing the MOU for Hajj quota, we will see at that time.
Okay.
Every year you have to sign an MOU because every year the quota is allotted. It's not permanent.
I see.
So that the minister has to travel to Medina or Jeddah to sign the agreement.
Okay. Mr. Rijiju, you were a sports minister also in the past. In this parliament session, we are going to have the National Sports Governance Bill will be introduced. And you were a great proponent of this bill when you were the sports minister. You were pushing for it. How do you see this improving the sports?
This is a historic bill coming for the sporting community. I must thank the Prime Minister Modi ji for having such a visionary idea about transforming the sports sector. Okay. So there are two bills. One is the new sports policy, the Khelo India Bharat. The Khelo Bharat, that is a policy, and then there's the anti-doping that bill. So these two bills are to be combined and we'll discuss in the parliament, and I'm sure the members will all take part in the discussion, and then once the new sports policy bill is passed, it will usher in a new sporting culture in the country.
Great.
Moreover, after the Khelo India, already there is a huge development of sports culture in the country. And then along with that, the Fit India movement was launched. So there is a fitness mood in the country and sporting, awareness all around the country. So it's good for the country. I have said when I was sports minister that if you have to make the country fit, you yourself have to become fit first.
Mr. Rijiju, thank you so much for talking to us. It was a pleasure.
It's my pleasure to come to a PTA office and always good to be here.
It's great to have you.
Yeah.
Thank you.